Hey everybody, Sawyer189 here. Today we're doing a little Irish video for St. Patrick's Day. Hope that music's not too loud, but it's pretty cool, isn't it? I love Irish rock, really do. First cover we have here. This is going to be similar to my Valentine's Day video where I did basically a bunch of Valentine's-centric covers. So in this one we're going to do St. Patrick's Day themed covers. There's not a whole lot of them out there, I had to kind of look, but we have this Blue Devil cover where, you know, it's kind of funny. I just find it kind of funny that a cover that says Blue Devil, like a comic book that says Blue Devil, would be a comic book about, you know, would have an Irish cover. It's kind of silly to me, but it's a good gimmick. You got a little leprechaun dude jump in the background, so that's cool. And I love how Blue Devil's smiling, you know, just smiling whites right there. Then next up we have this Wonder Woman cover from the Golden Age. Very classic Golden Age Wonder Woman cover. Giant shamrock in the middle. It doesn't even look like a shamrock. It looks more like just a giant green ooze, to me anyway. And there's some leprechauns in the background. Looks like they're trying to mine the shamrock. Just a kind of a silly Golden Age Wonder Woman cover. You got the very traditional slick Wonder Woman, kind of not heavily built, but still pretty built, I guess, with the Star Spangled pants, whatever you want to call it. Then we have this issue of Popular Comics. This was the most popular comic book back. I'm kidding, I don't know. That's just what the name says. But this is Popular Comics. It's 10 cents. Man, the days when you used to be able to buy a comic for 10 cents, man. I don't remember those days because I wasn't born yet. But that's crazy. I know it would probably equal up like $2 if you look at it nowadays. But that's just crazy to me. So yeah, back then it was probably equal to about $2 to $3 worth. But you know, it's still crazy to think about it. And I like how all the characters in this cover look like they're Irish mobsters. You know, at least to me anyway. You know, the pants, the striped pants or whatever, and the hats. Here we have one of those kind of classic Silver Age science fiction stories, Unknown Worlds. And there's a leprechaun inside the water cooler. That's kind of weird, and it's kind of gross, and it's probably a violation of some kind of code. But, you know, he needs help, and maybe he'll bring you to the pot of gold. It's a silly cover, but it's still a cool cover. Next up we have a cover for something called Dollface, where I don't know what this comic book is, but it's this chick and she's wearing all green leprechaun kind of attire. She's coming out of a pot of gold. I guess kind of like coming out of a cake maybe. I don't know. That's gotta hurt though, coming out of a bunch of fucking gold, but still a cool cover. You know, very cartoony art style. I kind of like it. Next up we have this kind of 50s looking Porky Pig comic where he's holding a leprechaun by a chain, a gold chain of course. And the leprechaun looks like he's ready to fight, man. He's trying to hit Porky and he's all angry. It's just a very silly cover. Porky's wearing a Messenger hat, so it looks like he's trying to deliver the leprechaun to somebody. I always like these old school Porky Pig covers. They're always so goofy and reminiscent of the times. Next up we have a picture from a character that I vaguely remember. I'm pretty sure it's a Marvel character because it looks like that's Grey Gargoyle's hand in the background. But she is, and I think her name is Shamrock, which is extremely unoriginal. But I believe this character was made for Marvel's international like kind of storyline they had. Because Marvel had this whole comic book series where they had like a giant international superhero league. They had like at least one character from every big country. And then most of it was just really stereotypical characters. I mean, you had this Aladdin character that was from like the Middle East, and you had like this sumo wrestler character. I mean, it was just so like not prejudiced, but just stereotypical, you know. But yeah, cool costume design. I like the costume design. It's kind of goofy, but it works. It kind of reminds me of a Green Lantern costume, like a female Green Lantern costume. Then we have this cover, Simpsons cover from that one character. He's such a silly character, a little goofy kid that was always at Bart's school, and he's got a rainbow. He's got some leprechauns in the background. It's, you know, it's not super St. Patrick's Day, but it's enough, you know. It's not like on the nose, but it's there. Then we have this cover from Lady Death. She's wearing all green. She has a big old thing of beer in her hand. She's about to drink it or pour it on herself. I don't know what's going to happen here. There's four-leaf clovers in the background. I have never been a big Lady Death fan. I don't get why everybody likes her. I mean, I guess I can understand it, but you know, I still don't get it really. I'm not really big into characters just because their sexuality or how hot they appear. But I guess I don't know if that's the main thing that people are attracted to her, but I don't know. I just never got into the character, so. Then the last cover we have is a Veronica cover from Archie. She's sitting on top of a pot of gold because I guess she's rich. Yeah, she's rich, bitch. She's got some 4-leaf clover earrings, and that's pretty much all I have for the covers. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and the music and the commentary.